sun is out, so it's like beautifully snowy and sunny. So that's great. But I only know this because I'm looking out the window because I've had like the flu for the entire week, which is why I sound like this. I would like to point out I do like audiobooks and voiceover stuff. So I actually have a really nice voice, but you will not find out in this podcast.
Lotta Backlund, a dynamo in the world of communication and media. Head of Communications and PR at Rovio since May 2021, Lotta has been at the forefront of crafting compelling narratives for the gaming industry. Lotta's journey began with stand-up comedy. Her comedic flair led her to various roles in Finnish television, hosting and performing, and to a morning radio show, brightening up listeners' days. Lotta is a seasoned professional in media development, having spent 8 fruitful years at Warner Bros. Finland, where she was instrumental in adapting international formats for Finnish audiences. Her talents also extend into the literary world as a columnist for Finland's leading women's magazine and as a published author. With her latest book, Say Yes, hitting the shelves this summer, Lotta's dedication to societal development is evident in her long-standing involvement in politics. From her youth contributing to the UN General Assembly, she has consistently sought to make a difference. And at the heart of all her endeavors is her role as a mother, an aspect that adds another layer to her remarkable narrative.
I'm a little bit afraid of trying, but maybe in the future I will look into it. Like maybe
Well,
you can help me.
yeah. Well, so see, the really important thing about comedy, what you can learn for life about comedy, is that it's terrifying. And you go on stage, and there are very few professions or situations in life where you go onto a stage and you can have tens or hundreds of people looking at you, and you have the spotlight and you have the microphone, and you essentially are there vulnerable because you're putting out whatever you think is funny. And then they either accept you, which comes out as laughter, or they do not, which comes out as silence, which is fucking awful, right? But that
Exactly.
comes with the territory. So, but the laughs are so worth the risk, for some people. Okay. Not everybody wants to do it. And then also, of course, the ratio is important. You need to get more laughs than you get more than silence. So if you're not getting that ratio right, then maybe you're not cut out for comedy. Um, but but it's super helpful because after having done stand up, I mean, a lot of people uh, describe me as fearless, and I'm not fearless. But my God, yeah, of course, I'm so much more fearless than most other people because doing stand up is much more terrifying than most other things, right? Okay, I've not landed a plane. I'm guessing that would be awful or terrible or scary, but having done stand up, all kinds of, presentation, public speaking, all of that seems very easy.
Yeah, it's that's exactly what you said before, right? Is that if you're going on a stage and reciting poetry, or like you're an actor, like something related to drama, right? If you're good, you're good. You go there, you do your piece, and people will have emotions or not, but at least the response from the audience is, it's one possible reaction, either silence or like crying. But if you expect people to laugh and they don't, it's
Hmm.
immediate failure. It's like this
Yeah.
may destroy your personality. So yes, you must be a little bit fearless. So I think your friends must be right.
But you know what? Everyone should be a little bit more fearless because
Yeah.
it does also turn out that, so what if you die once on stage? Whatever, you go on stage again and you can have the best gig of your life the next evening. So, what I think comedy teaches you is that sort of to put risk in perspective, right? Your two girlfriends, essentially. So, that's been going on for 7 years. Now, other than that, I also do sort of these bespoke podcasts, so which are just work for hire. So there's The Apprentice, the TV show that is going in Finland. I have the Apprentice podcast, so we're doing that. So it comes out every Monday after the show airs on television. We do a podcast where we talk about the episode. And then I have another podcast, which is about AI, which is done in collaboration with one of the big media houses in Finland, and the CGI, which is an international IT consultancy firm. So we're talking about different aspects to take into consideration when you're implementing AI into your organization. So I'm doing very different kinds of podcasts, but that's fun. And I'm hopefully
Wow.
I have some other in plans. So that's one part. Then the writing, of course, is another part, which is the column that I have every third week, and the book that is coming out. And then, I do random events that I host. There are, panels to be moderated, or you visited RovioCon, for instance, last year, or the
Yeah.
year before. I've hosted RovioCon, but a lot of companies have events like that, but they don't have an in-house head of communications who is a professional host. So then they'll call me up and say, "Would you like to come and host?" So, for instance, next Thursday, there's this EV company, electric vehicle company, who turns 10, and they have a gala and they need a host for the gala. So I'm going to go there and then,
Oh
host
my
that.
god.
So stuff like that I do also. But my plan for an actual